I've been away for a while. I haven't really had the time to do YouTube, but recently I've had a little bit of time and I've decided to make a video for once. I apologize. And no, I'm not trying to copy Leafy or Pyro or any of the fucking popular YouTubers out there doing commentaries. I'm not going to be reacting to a video. I'm not going to be talking about the latest news. I'm not going to be talking about drama. I just want to talk about random shit. When I went to go edit the video, I actually realized I didn't use a pop filter when I recorded it. So I'm going to put this in the beginning of the video, but just bear with me. I apologize. You know those old, like, web-based games? Like Habbo Hotel, Club Penguin, you know? Everyone played at least, like, one of those games. And if you didn't, you're a fucking tool. Get out of here. Personally, I have a lot of memories playing those games. The three biggest games I could think of are, like, number one, definitely Habbo Hotel. I played the shit out of that game. I've also played Neopets and also RuneScape. Do you remember how cool it used to be to, like, get home from school, you know, fucking, like, 4th grade, getting home from school, getting on the family computer, booting it up, listening to that Windows XP sound, clicking on that Internet Explorer logo and heading over to Habbo Hotel or Neopets or whatever the fuck you played. Miniclip, I don't know. What happened? No, honestly, what happened? There's no more games like that anymore. I mean, nothing for me. I'm too old now. I'm 19. But I don't see any games that kids are playing nowadays that are web-based. I don't see anything on the internet, on a web browser, that kids are playing. Everything's on an iPad, an iPhone, you know, Flappy Bird, 2048, things like that, apps like that. That's what kids are playing. Nobody fucking plays web-based games anymore. I just want to know what happened. I mean, was that just a different era, right? Was that just like, since there were no handhelds, you know, kids went online and they played shit? And now since 2-year-olds have fucking iPads and shit, they're just gonna be playing Simon Says Free Edition? Like, get out of here. The main problem, though, is that back then, those games were social, you know? Habbo Hotel, you know, that was just a social game. Sure, there were people who took the game too seriously and spent thousands of dollars on furniture and shit, but, like, but those people are fucking retarded. I was one of those people. I had a friend in real life who actually had a fucking gambling problem on Habbo. I'm not even kidding. The kid would spend hundreds of fucking dollars to buy gold bars. He went to casinos, like actual Habbo casinos. I'm not even making this up. People would play blackjack, 3 of a kind, whatever the fuck have you. There was certain furniture that, like, rolled dice, right? It would roll a number 1 through 6, and people found out how to gamble with that, you know? They found out how to play, you know, blackjack, so like 21 and shit like that. 2 of a kind, I don't know. And so people would bet their money away. My friend, who, you know, I'm still friends with, he was like my childhood best friend. The kid lost like fucking $500. I mean, and when I mean lost, like, he spent $500 to get gold bars, which are worth 50 coins, which are worth, you know, $10. But he spent like $500 or $600 or $700 or some crazy shit like that, and he gambled it all away. Like, in one day, the kid would blow through $200. I'm not even kidding. No, kids would gamble their mothers' and fathers' money away on that game. And it was fucked up. There were people like my age, even older, who were pretty much taking the money away from these kids. And the kids would be fucking addicted. Age, you know, 13, 14, be fucking addicted to Habbo gambling. I swear to God, I'm not making this shit up. I haven't been on Habbo in like 5 years, but I'm 100% sure there's still casinos and shit you can go to there. But taking a step back from Habbo for a second, you ever play RuneScape? Remember fucking 2006, 2007 RuneScape? I mean, you could still play it. There's old school RuneScape. Jagex released it in 2013. Do you remember coming back from school, right? You know, 4 o'clock p.m. or whatever. You hunker down, you log into your fucking RuneScape account, you get on, you got your fucking bronze dagger, you know, your iron medium helm, and you're ready to slay some fucking chickens, you know? Fishing some shrimp. You go in, you fish some shrimp, you cook them, and it was like a big thing when you leveled up like you're cooking. right? People were like, oh, congrats, you know? Back then, like, something was magical about it, you know? Maybe it's just because you were a kid and you were fucking retarded. I mean, I'm still retarded. But, like, there was just something was magical about it. Personally, I used to think I was the shit. I had a mithril chain body. I had a mithril scimitar, right? I had, like, an iron medium helm. No, but, like, really, I was always a free-to-play player. I never bought membership for RuneScape. I never really had the money for that. A lot of people got the money from their parents and shit. Their parents paid for the membership, but I didn't have, like, $10 a month. I couldn't afford that as, like, a fucking 11-year-old kid. I have this one story that just, like, sticks in my memory. It happened to everybody. I got lured into the wilderness. You all know where this is going for the most part. I was a fucking stupid idiot. The thing was, like, I knew that was the wilderness, and I knew I could have been PK'd there, and I did, and I lost, like, my mithril chain body, which took me, like, forever to get back then because I was retarded. But the guy lured me to northern Varrock, and back then there wasn't a wilderness pit. Nowadays, like, you would jump over it, it would tell you, like, oh, this is the wilderness, if you cross this, you're fucked. Back then there wasn't that, you know? Back then there was just a sign saying, like, past this point is the wilderness. And I just totally, like, ignored that, you know? And so the guy, like, lured me into the wilderness. He told me, like, there was a special, like, monster, a special, like, skeleton or some bullshit like that, where while I was killing it, like, I would get, like, double the experience or something, and I believed him. I thought I could level up my strength, like, twice as fast. But no. He took me about to, like, level 20 wilderness, and that's when he just started to unload on me with his magic. And, of course, me wearing my mithril chain body, you know, like, iron or steel plate legs or whatever, and he fucked me up with magic in, like, a second. And yeah, he dropped me. I couldn't even make it back. Stupid me was carrying, like, 2,000 coins on me for whatever reason. But back then, I mean, that's a lot of money, like, to me, personally. And it might have been a lot of money to other people, too, because I was, like, 11 or 10, and I didn't know how to make money in RuneScape. I would kill men and then pick up the money that they dropped on the ground. I would fish shrimp, cook it, and eat it. I didn't know how to make money in RuneScape. I actually mined ore, smelted it, and turned it into shit that I needed. And there was no grand exchange back then, you know? If I wanted to sell this shit, I would have to go to somewhere in Varrock or something and scream like, oh, selling iron plate legs, and no one would buy it. It's nothing like that anymore. Everyone playing old school RuneScape are, like, my age or maybe even older. And so they know how to play, they know how to make money, they won't get lured, no one's a fucking retard for the most part. Unless they're fucking high. Unless they're actually literally smoking a fucking weed. Nobody's gonna fall for that shit. Anyway, I'm getting a little bit off topic. I'm going to my third thing. Probably my final game. Neopets. Do you remember Neopets? Do you fucking remember? Do you remember all the minigames they had? You remember all the fucking minigames? Holy shit. And you can make like a certain amount of money per day playing those games, and that was awesome. And there were like, I don't know, maybe 20 or 30 different types of Neopets. I had a Bori. Boris are pretty fucking cool. And I painted it Christmas colors. I also had like some sort of like snake dragon thing. I don't remember the name of it. I also had a mutant Chia that I got off of adoption. And I think the final one I had was a, what the fuck was it? Oh yeah, the final one I had was like a Jet Sam or something like that. It was the shark, you know? The one that everyone fucking wanted and the one that everyone loved. And I had my fucking hands on one. It was like yellow though, so it was a pretty shitty color. But I picked it up off adoption. I fucking adopted it in the some stupid idiot abandoned it and I picked it up in the adoption center. The thing was, it was like limited edition and you couldn't get one unless you adopted it. And I was fucking loaded on that game. Loaded. And I played like maybe 2000, about the same time, so like 2007, 2006. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, I didn't really do too much in Neopets, you know. I just played mini games and traded items, and that was pretty much it. Also because I can't really, like, not mention it. Club Penguin. I never really played it. I had an account. I played it for, like, maybe a few hours as a kid. But I was never really into it. I was never a member or whatever. Never paid for it. I was never really into it. All my friends were. I just stuck to Habbo because I was a little shit. Last and final one, though. MapleStory. That's not a browser game. I know. But that's one game I played a shit ton as a kid. And even now I'm still on and off with it. I don't play it that much, but, you know, I still have, like, a deep love and appreciation for the game itself. I mean, I can go more into detail, but, I mean, it's not really a browser game, and what can I say? You know, the game used to be good, and it's changed. Whatever. That could be a topic for a different story. If you played any of these games, if you remember any stories about it, go ahead, write it in the comments. I'm sure people would love to read it. All of 2 people who will watch this video. If you liked it, slap a dislike. If you disliked it, slap a dislike. Or just do whatever you want and report this video to the FBI or some shit. Alright, take it easy, guys. Peace.
Let's go into the news!